Hey guys, and welcome to my platform. In today's video, this is like kind of a, how do I say this? I feel like I'm looking very wasted today. Yeah, I've been guided to do this video. So, because I once again had a very tough night with dreams. You know, the thing is, guys, those aren't actually dreams. Those are, let's label them visions. I'm receiving those visions from time to time, those kind of visions about existing timelines that are eventually going to, or that we are eventually going to experience in our 3D reality. Of course, to be honest, I've been extremely hesitant, like sharing that I'm receiving those kind of visions. It's actually, I would not really describe it as a vision. It was like experiencing a different timeline, visiting a different timeline. For example, the first vision that I have been experiencing, or the first timeline that I've been experiencing, was about the Blue Beam project, about which I wasn't very familiar, or which I had no clue that this thing exists, or that this Blue Beam project exists. Actually, I don't really. I'm feeling so exhausted today. Seriously. It's a bit hard for me to do this video, or to record this video, because I don't even really share these things with people I know in real life, because you know, the thing is, what I see is that I see and I know that it's necessary, because this is one of the hermetic principles of chaos and order, and these things are meant to exist. YouTubers that are very, or YouTube channels that are pretty much, let's label it, drama based, or yeah, about how humanity is going to be threatened. But you know, this Blue Beam project thing, I was experiencing this timeline twice. I actually really don't want to, you know, I'm thinking, I'm going back and forth about like whether I would like to share what I have been seeing. But you know, to me, guys, it really doesn't make any sense to share the details. Simply, maybe one day I will, okay? But the reason why I actually don't want to share these things is exactly why I am not watching those channels. Because I don't want to feed this timeline, and I don't want you guys to feed this timeline. That's why it is redundant to share these things. But what I can tell you is, and this is actually something that Laurie Ed also mentioned in her, I think, previous video, which was extremely helpful to me, even though I haven't been watching it like completely through, because it's 1 hour and 8 minutes, I think. And I'm having 4 kids. It's sometimes it's a little bit tricky watching something for 1 hour. So I would like to talk a little bit more about the light attribute. The light attributes of what I've been experiencing the previous 2 days, and I've had conversation with my guides about this. Um, one of them is Syrian. Nonetheless, I really feel that I have to excuse myself for like being not really here. I feel like I'm not here. So what I would like to share with you first of all is that this timeline that I've been visiting the last night had a chance of being experienced by us at 100% 4 months ago. Today, the possibility that we are going to experience um, this timeline, it is existent, but whether it is going to play out or not is not sure. And my guides told me that it is likely for us to crash this timeline. Right now we are at a 70% or at a 70% possibility. So the main reason why I'm sharing these things with you is not to like make you curious about what my vision was about, because it's not necessary. What I actually want to share with you in first place is that you guys are doing a freaking great job for decreasing the possibility of previous timelines, but especially this one, for about 30% within the last 4 months. And this is extremely huge. And this is actually, I would really recommend you guys watching the previous video, or all of the videos of Laurie-Ed, about these kind of things, because this is actually what she's talking about in first place, that we're doing such a great job that we are crashing those timelines one after the other. And this is crazy. We have, yes, okay, never in the time of humanity we have been experiencing such a huge shift in vibration. Of course, the higher realms are supporting us, but they are only supporting us to a certain point, because our free will needs to be honored. And this is how they honor it. Of course, they could intervene way more with a way more bigger impact. But, you know, we have a free will. And this must be honored. And this whole thing, this is actually what I also want to share, is less dramatic as we experience it. I've been playing a role in all of my visions. I've been playing always the role of someone who is in charge of people, in charge of a group of people, whether it was about the Bluebeam project or child trafficking. And what I can tell you is that, and I think I am also, I'm to a certain extent what is this word? A reflection of what you guys are. Okay? I really want you to understand this. I was a reflection. Of course I'm having my purpose. Of course I'm having my own unique mission. But in this case, I do feel that I was a reflection of you guys, okay? Of the work that you've been putting in to raise the vibration of the collective. And I want you to know that in every moment, even in the hardest moments that I've been, I just saw 11/11, even in the hardest, scariest, disturbing moments that I've been experiencing in these timelines, I always knew what I did. I always knew the way. I always knew what I have to do. And first and foremost, I always knew that we're gonna make it. And I was never afraid. Not just 1 second. I was really scared. Yeah, of course there was a lot of pressure, especially a lot of time pressure, because we experience the 3D reality. But never ever have I had the feeling of not making it. Never. I was never afraid. Even though I've been seeing stuff. But I want you guys to know that I was a reflection of you. And I mean, this is pretty cool. I'm still not afraid. Well, you know, today in the morning I woke up at 5:55 by myself, my heart racing. And I went to the kitchen and I made myself a tea, and the first thing that I really had to do was crying. Because there was so much pressure. Yeah, I always knew what I did. I always knew the way. I always knew where I had to lead those people. I always knew where we're gonna end up. I always knew deep inside of myself that we are freaking going to make it. You know? And that this is just, this whole stuff that I've been seeing is just like, felt like an illusion. And I just don't want you guys to be scared at all. At all. There's no reason to be scared. Maybe those things that we are going to see or that we are going to experience, we are only going to perceive them as scary or heavy or dangerous, because in the same time we are, of course, the first of all, we see them with our eyes, but in second place we also perceive the energy of the collective. But that's why in all of my readings I'm telling you guys, start meditating. This is a huge reminder for myself. I do meditate. And I'm doing my gratitude. But I have to admit that it's not as much as as the situation might need it to be practiced. And I want to encourage you all to really work on grounding yourself, because we are entering now times where we are asked to be more in connection with the higher realms than ever before. Some of you may even want to have contact. That's absolutely cool. That's absolutely fine. But we really need to heal our trauma. All of those traumas that we have deep inside of ourselves. That's why these vibrations around us, they feel so heavy. It's like you can cut the air. Nonetheless, guys, we are doing a freaking great job. And of course, not watching the news or newspapers or watching TV. I'm not doing anything of these things. I just don't want to feed these things with my energy, because there are different other things, many other things that I believe that should be feeded. So I want to encourage you guys and tell you, you are doing a great job. You guys are the reason why many timelines have been, or distinguish, I think is the right word. And grounding ourselves, I mean, you have to imagine that there is always a balance. Okay, so imagine the vibration of the collective consciousness of humanity is raising enormously. Of course, there need to be a low vibrational balance to it, which simply means that these things that we are seeing and experiencing around us, they are going to be enhanced. I think enhanced is the right word. They are going to maybe look more intense, more dangerous, more scary. But in the end, this is only an indicator for the high vibration, or for an increased high vibration. So in this case, absolutely, guys, ground yourself. Ground yourself. There's no reason to meditate 24/7. Gosh, you know, this is the thing. This thing, what we're experiencing right now, as crazy as it sounds, and I think I've been telling you guys this in many readings actually, it was never meant to be hard. And this is now like a birthing process, what we are going through, what we are experiencing. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Yeah. I'm feeling now better. I've been focusing a lot today on like my, how do I say this? On really nurturing myself. I did, some 3D stuff, like, doing my nails. I felt great afterwards. I took a bath and I prepared myself a face mask with, you know, with, what is this, rose petals. And this is very much actually my way to nurture, nourish, and mother myself, besides gratitude, besides really. And guys, I can't stress this enough. Talking with your inner child is a huge game changer. Do this once in a while. If you cannot do this daily, that's okay. Babe, you have a free will, and this is absolutely going to be honored. But once in a while, having a conversation with your inner child is going to support yourself immensely. Another thing that I would like to put out, which I do really, which I experienced being extremely helpful, is a way to increase your confidence. Yeah, I could make a separate video out of this, but nah, I don't want. So I'm gonna share this in this video. A very beautiful way to work on your confidence is to cheer up your inner child for the achievements. I think I've been telling this Aquarius in a previous reading, and also another zodiac sign. I don't really remember. Imagine you have a kid, and this kid, I don't know, you know, brought home, like, let's take the usual 3D stuff. Came home and said, like, it like writing a test, and they have like A or stuff like that. Okay, here in Germany we don't have got A. We have, you know, here the mark 1 is the best one and 6 is the worst. So when your child comes home and is talking about their achievements, I mean, are you ignoring them? No, you're cheering them up, you're applauding them, telling them that you are very happy for them and that they did a good job. This is how the confidence of your child is increasing, when you acknowledge their achievements. This is how they are growing in first place. Later on, they are absolutely asked to do it themselves. And this is something what they need to be taught. But in case of our inner child, this is a duty actually, a lifelong or a long life. What is the right word? I have no idea. I know my English isn't perfect, but I do absolutely know that you guys most of the time understand me very good. So the question is now, when you're having all of those achievements and all of these things, even if those are like just in your eyes small things, why don't you cheer up yourself for this? Or have a conversation with your inner child and telling your inner child, hey, babe, you did a great job. I mean, look at this. You've been achieving this under those kind of circumstances. It is such a great way to increase immensely your confidence. Yeah. This may seem a little bit off topic, this confidence stuff, but in regards to crashing timelines, in order for them to be dissolved, it is absolutely helpful and supportive, very supportive. Okay, and I've been just guided. Okay, maybe some of you are thinking about doing a YouTube channel, and my guides are telling me that I I'm here to tell you that you should absolutely do it. And I'm here to encourage you doing it. And yeah, cheering up. I just hear cheering up. Do it, guys. Because even though, you know, of course I know I'm having a YouTube channel like maybe thousands of other YouTubers. But each and every one of us is unique in his own way. And there's always enough for everyone. So don't compare yourself with others. And what I can really advise you to do is do it frequently. First of all, do it on a daily basis. This is really something that I have been experiencing because it took me 1 year to be here. And I just want you to know that you are highly supported by the higher realms, by your guides, anything that makes you happy. And even if you're doing a makeup channel, it doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't, I'm just having, because I'm a makeup artist. So this is the first thing that came to my head, and actually it was something that I took into consideration. But yeah, I chose a different path. But if you want to do a makeup channel, if you want to do a tarot channel, if you want to do, I don't know, man, be a motivational speaker or something like that, do it. We need this. We need people that are creative. Okay? Each and every one of you is welcome. YouTube is huge. And the audience is way more huge. So there's enough for everyone. Always. Everything is infinite. Everything. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for being here. I highly appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Bye.